Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oyinka and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Ibadan, Nigeria. In today's video, I have my husband here with me again because the last time we made a video together, you guys seemed to really enjoy that video. Like, the engagement on that video was crazy. So I decided to beg him because it looks like he's the spice, he's the special ingredient, and I begged him 1,000,000 times. Are you feeling yourself? I begged him 1,000,000 times to come on this channel again so that we can make another video for you guys, because the people want what the people want, right?
You are absolutely right.
Anyways, in this video, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, seeing as today is Valentine's Day, we have decided that we're going to tell you guys how we met. How he met me, actually, because it's the one that looked for me. So if you guys want to see more about that, then please keep on watching. Yeah, so how do we meet?
Hi, I'm Femi. Like I always say, the only Femi that you guys should know. Anyways, I think I'll make it kind of a very long story.
Cut the story short. Cut the story not too short.
How many minutes do we have in this video?
Like, I'm aiming to make the video like 15 minutes long. So yeah.
I guess you're gonna make it in 10 parts then.
Oh yeah, say.
So basically, she saw me walking, she liked me, then she toasted me.
Beautiful dreamer.
Is that how it happened? Say how it happened, Jerry. Let me tell you what happened.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, say how it happened.
Exactly. So I think that you just came into clinical school as my final year. There was a lot of gist about how now. So in UCH we do this thing called 2K set, whatever. Like.
Sorry, let me just interrupt him there. We went to the same medical school. He's also a doctor, because I think that you guys didn't grab that the other time. He's also a doctor. I'm a doctor. He was about 3 years my senior in medical school. So I had just crossed over to clinical school and was in the fresh set at that time. He was in final year and I was in the fresh set at that time. I was in 400 level. I was in 400 level and he was in 600 level. It's just simplified that way. In my school, we do this thing called 2K, the set that you cross over into medical school, and I crossed over into clinical school in 2013. He crossed over to clinical school in 2010. So I was 2K13 and he was 2K10. That's essentially that. Just in case you hear us making reference to 2K13, 2K12, 2K10, that's what we mean, okay?
So basically, like every time a new set of girls, 2K13 girls or the new set of girls coming in, there's always gist about them. So the 2K13 girls are hot, they are so fine, this and that. And fortunately, actually, some of us didn't write a particular exam, so we had to resit the exam. So we had to join them. So we're looking forward to meet them. So we're like, I think at that time I just came out of what you people call situationship. So
if you guys don't know this situationship, let me tell you, please go and watch the first video that we made where I exposed his ass on this situationship. My guy liked somebody that did not like him. That's what he's referring to as situationship. But continue.
Whatever, man. So basically, I wasn't looking to date anyone, but obviously, being a guy, you just want to see what they're talking about. So I think that, but one, I think I was disappointed because the hype was so much. We were looking for the girls on the ward rounds, and like, where are these girls they're talking about on this ward round? For me, I've not always been the ideal medical student. So I think one day something happened on the ward round. Then I saw somebody crying because one reg abused.
He was an SR.
Yes, sir.
He was an SR at that time.
Now, when we say SR, we mean a senior registrar, basically.
It's like almost the step before you become a consultant in the medical cadre. Yeah. And something happened on the round. I don't really remember. By round, I mean ward round. And he decided to insult me or whatever.
No, it was not you. It was a group thing.
It was a group thing, but he picked on me. That's why I was crying. And I used to be a very big crybaby. I'm still a crybaby, actually.
So I think I was chased out of the round, or I don't know, maybe a group of people with me, but definitely, that's most likely I was chased out of the round. I'm not proud of it, but I don't care about the senior registrars because they piss me off all the time. So wondering, I was about to leave the round, and then I'm seeing somebody crying because
they asked me to leave the round.
I'm like, what the hell, really?
You're a grown fucking woman, and that shit don't make no kind of sense.
Personally, I don't like females crying. I feel like it's one of two things. Why are you making them cry, or they're emotionally manipulating you? So I think I noticed the face at that time. I think she had that bob.
Yes, yeah, I had one bob hairstyle.
For me, it was just some spoiled child crying. Yeah, you know.
I had seen him a couple of times before then, just like randomly, and he used to stare at me, which I thought was weird. Like, why is this guy staring at me?
Yeah, because I was looking out for the pretty ones, and I think there were only few.
In his mind, there were only two beautiful people in my class, me and one other girl. So he used to stare at me and also, I believe, stare at the other girl. In his mind, maybe who am I going to talk to out of these two people? So there was a day again, another encounter that we had. We were in a teaching, and I guess he didn't come to the teaching dressed properly. He had folded his sleeves, and you know, if you're in medical school, you have to look smart. But he folded his sleeves, and maybe he were not wearing a tie.
My glasses was up.
He put his glasses on his forehead. He wasn't wearing a tie. He folded his sleeves, and he came for the teaching. And the consultant was very irritated. Asked him, "Where do you think you are?" I told him to get out of the teaching. So me, I was like, what is one? Because they're a final year now, because he will soon be a doctor, instead of him to behave properly. Look at how they are embarrassing him and sending him out of the round.
God knows I'm mentally embarrassed. I couldn't be bothered.
So I asked one of my classmates if she knew him, and she said, yeah, that she knows him, that they go to the same fellowship. That was how his face now registered in my mind. Like, this
so basically, I thought you were a sport person, and you thought I was unserious.
Yes.
So I think we used to go, but we didn't used to greet. Then I think also I was going to fellowship on that Wednesday. Then I think the car I was supposed to drive was bad or something. I can't remember. So we were chilling at the cafeteria with a couple of my guys just thing. Then I saw her walking, so I'm like, instead of going upstairs, then obviously I was thinking, man, it's been too long. I had a squeeze.
Squeeze? What's been a squeeze?
A squeeze now. You young people don't know what squeezes are.
What's squeeze?
That's somebody that you want to squeeze for a short time.
Is that an actual thing?
Yes, I guess. I'm sure older guys that watch your
that
videos,
everybody knows that there's something called squeeze.
Yeah, I'm sure older guys that watch your videos know that. Maybe the younger ones won't.
Please, this guy talks like if he's 1 million years older than me. He's just 5 years older than me.
That's
But if he's talking about it now, you would think that no, he's like 10 years or 15 years older than me. When you be saying older guys, you young folks. This one is young folks. We're in the same generation, sir.
I hardly actually walk up to people to talk to them, because I feel like from the old blog that says most and best relationships start with friendships. So I don't actually walk up to strangers to ask questions and try to talk to strangers. I hardly do. I think that day, I don't know, I wasn't drunk, or maybe I was just extremely bored. So I just like, let me just walk up to this girl. What's the worst that happen? She's going to snub me and I'll move on, right? I'm just like, let me just try my luck and see if I can get the squeeze out of her at least, and we just move on from there, because I said I wasn't interested in the long-term thing. So when I walked up to her, I think that she was buying food, so I think I paid for the food. Then I paid for, then yeah, that's when the cheapskating started. I think I noticed that initially, because she was going to buy pure water, and I didn't understand why she was buying pure water, because I only take bottled water. So I'm like, Ogbeni, who is taking pure water? Just take. But she wasn't having any of it. I think because she feels like it's cheaper. Why are you wasting money on bottled water when you can buy?
It's the same water. Water
exactly,
and water.
You can buy a bag. I think that we sat down and we had a discussion. I don't know.
Yeah, we just started talking about a lot of random things, and he told me his name is actually Tolu. If you don't know, that's his first name, Tolu. He told me that he hates that name.
Please, I hate it a lot.
And he doesn't, that's why he doesn't refer to himself as Tolu. He would call himself Femi, which is actually the prefix of our surname, Femi Iwole. Tolu is just a name that should end in childhood.
Exactly. Like, trust me, should end in childhood.
Normally, I don't even eat in the cafeteria that he took me to. There were 2 cafeterias in Go. I usually eat in the other one, and that was just where we started talking. Something that was supposed to take just a few minutes ended up taking, like, we stayed there for over an hour talking, and eventually he asked for my number. We exchanged numbers, and we were supposed to meet again. So the next day he came to my room, and we just started talking, and that was the day that he asked me to be his girlfriend. Actually, was it that day or the next day after that?
Wait.
He was actually very fast.
No, you didn't say yes.
I said yes.
No.
What did I say?
I didn't ask you out on a Friday. We just kissed and we talked about the possibility of dating. Yes.
Is that how it happened?
That's what happened. So I went home, because I used to go home every weekend. On fellowship on Sunday, I asked you out. After I've spoken to longer, and I felt like, wait, when I went to your Instagram and I saw that she's gone through so many countries and I don't have a single visa and my own passport, I'm like, nah, this can never be for me. I think that young girl was like, at least date for the exposure.
He said date for the exposure.
So she was like, just date for the exposure at least. It doesn't have to end in a marriage. At least just date someone that's exposed and help your life for once. So I'm like, maybe not a bad business idea.
So you your mind, we're doing business transaction. I'm helping you with exposure. You're helping. What were you offering me?
I didn't even at that time. I was offering me spiritual guidance.
Let me tell you something. When we
Shut the hell
met,
up.
this guy told me that he was a pastor. Can you imagine?
But I was a pastor at that time now. But it wasn't like pastor. I think I was the finalist pastor.
That was his pick-up line to me because me, I was a good girl. So in his mind,
Nigga, really.
I was a good girl.
You were a good girl.
I was a good girl.
If you say so, though. Anyway, so
we just started dating in a few days after we met.
Like
Literally, maybe
2
2
days.
days after we met that we started dating. And it has been a beautiful roller coaster because this guy is annoying AF.
I won't say a word.
Makes me want to tear my skin from my body. That's how annoying he is.
I won't say a word.
But I'm the bigger person, so
I'm sure that everybody in this video knows who's actually the most annoying person.
Yeah, the most annoying person. I'm just the bigger person, so I have to, boss up and
What do you mean bigger person though?
I don't mean fatter person. I know.
Because yes, I agree with that.
I don't mean fatter person. This one is a goat. Anyways, so that's essentially how we met. And maybe we spoke about us getting married. We talked about possibility of us dating.
Yeah, talked about your ex.
I told him about my ex that I was running away from. We just gisted about a lot of random things, really. And in the midst of us gisting, we now decided that if we were going to do this, if we were going to be in a relationship, because it was pretty evident from the beginning that we liked each other. So we decided that if we're going to be in a relationship, we want the relationship to lead to marriage. Actually, it was him that said it, that he doesn't want to play around, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sounds like a plan. It sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that was weird because I was coming to play around.
And then he ended up telling me that he didn't want to play around.
Instinct, basically. I've always been a long-time relationship person, so I guess that always kicks in all the time.
Yeah, started introducing me to everybody as his girlfriend. I mean, I hadn't even made up my mind very well whether I wanted to be his girlfriend. Yeah. I just said yes at that time because I liked him, liked the conversation that we had. I liked his way of thinking. So I liked him at that point, but I hadn't decided if I wanted to start announcing it to everybody that I'm his girlfriend.
That's not true.
This one just went.
That's not true. That's not why. She had somebody else in mind.
Yeah, now that's it now.
Exactly.
It's
so stop making
thing.
it look like you were doing it because you had not made up your mind. Doing it because
I hadn't made up my mind.
You had some other guy.
I had another guy that was in Lagos that liked me at that time. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with that or go with him. Do you understand? So I hadn't made up my mind. But this one just went and said,
so why the fuck did you say yes?
This is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend.
So why did you say yes?
I'm like, God. This one will not allow me to make up my mind in peace. He has helped me to make up my mind. He has told everybody.
I didn't tell everybody.
You told everybody.
I told a few people.
That told everybody. Because the whole world now knew that we were dating.
Everybody knew. You said it's a very tight place. Everybody will know that you're dating someone because me seeing you together all the time, they already assume that you're dating.
True.
Exactly. So wasn't like I took a megaphone and started saying,
"Oh, I'm dating you now."
Because at that time too.
Funny thing is,
not like I was particularly sure.
Yeah, but his friends told him that he could never. That he shouldn't even bother. That we are not in the same league. That I'm what do they say? I'm expensive.
Yeah, that I'm going to spend all my money because at that time, okay, I was doing a couple of business while I was medical school, and I looked on serious, but I realized I wanted something more for myself. So I got myself involved in a lot of things, school politics, business, and all of that. So people knew that, yeah, I was making a bit of money. But they're like, dating this girl, they're actually going to spend everything on her. But I was going in with that expectation until I had this conversation with her, and it was directly opposite. So despite what guys were saying, I'm like, you guys are saying all of this, but this person is totally different from what you guys think she is. For me to stay there, it showed that I actually knew that she was totally different. So I was actually convinced that, yeah, she's actually a good woman.
I'm a good one.
Yeah, at that time.
Anyways, guys, so that is how we met. And 5 years later, after we met, because we met in 2014.
Yeah, so
Valentine's Day, actually, which is why we're making this video. It wasn't truly Valentine's Day. It was sometime in February. But because
we cannot
really remember the date, so we just decided that Valentine's Day is going to be our when we met anniversary. 7 years. So it's going to be officially 7 years that we met today. The moral lesson of this story, guys, if you see somebody that you like, shoot your shot. I swear, what's the worst that could happen? She'll tell you no. He'll tell you no. And then you move on. But imagine if he did not shoot his shot.
But it's not enough to just shoot your shot.
If you did not shoot your shot with me, will we be here?
But It could have ended badly in the first 6 months.
There's no guarantee in life. It can end any which way.
I'm just saying that apart from shooting your shot here, people actually need to understand that there's a willpower to actually make it work.
Yeah, true. Love is very intentional. People think love is a feeling, but
exactly.
it's really not. It's a decision. You have to make up your mind. Do I want to love this person? Because if you act on the feeling alone, you get very tired very quickly. And when the person starts to annoy you, like this guy annoys me every freaking time. He just annoyed me this morning. So after I asked him to help me record my video, and he did rubbish, complete and utter rubbish. So I just wasted 2 hours of my life filming into empty space.
I asked me to record the video. My face was showing, the makeup was showing. What else am I supposed to do, fam?
He's not telling me that he does not know anything about videography. Even rocket science, literally just place the camera in front and make sure that I'm in frame.
And you were in frame.
I was not in frame. I was like towards the outside.
My question was, how do you make videos without me when I'm not home? So why making it look like you needed me for the video?
But I now needed you today. You should have just told me that you were not going to do it.
I said I was sorry, and she still continued making the fuss.
Because I wasted 2 hours of my life.
You get it back.
How will I get the 2 hours back?
Don't sleep this night.
Anyways, so yeah, that is it. That's all we're going to be sharing in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down in the comment section sharing your whole experience or what you think about this whole situation. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.